let this get going here. Okay, you go out the side door. And she pooped. I think there's only one person out here somewhere. Guess we'll find out. She pooped before we got in here. And it was the nastiest smelling thing I've ever smelled in my life. So nasty. But there's probably reasons for that, since she had to take a trip to the emergency room yesterday. She is a butthead. Are you peeing again? Man, the last 2 hours has been not good. Now, granted, one of the things that they gave her was a subcutaneous IV, basically, so she had this big ol' bubble of water underneath her skin for the last 24 hours. She wasn't really peeing a lot, like throughout the night. Well, then I was on the computer earlier and she decided she was gonna, I'm sure she probably told me she needed to go outside and pee. But I was paying attention, so she peed right in the middle of the floor. Huge puddle, so I think it's finally hitting her. And then just now, as we were leaving, she hasn't done this for almost 2.5 weeks now, decided to pee in front of the elevator as I'm locking the door. It's like, what are you doing? So we're not going to do too far because she did some earlier and she's not allowed to eat as much as she normally would. I mean, I'm still trying to give her as much food, but I have to do it in small meals. And it's like nothing but chicken and rice. Boiled chicken and rice, that's what she gets. Which she's loving the chicken. The rice, not too much. She'll eventually go back and eat it. But that's why I don't know how much I can necessarily feed her. I do have to make sure that she eats at certain times of the day because she has some pills to take. But the best we can know is that she was drunk off of crab apples. But who knows? I mean, they didn't run a toxicity, so we don't know for sure. And she was not good, let's put it that way. And she really didn't perk up. We did like a little bit of a run/walk earlier. this morning, but she's hasn't really been as perky like her normal self up until about a couple hours ago. Now she's still tired, but she's, as you can tell, she's running around now again. She did not do that at all. Like, as soon as we got home, she ate. I tried to play a little bit with her on the bed, but she was like, nah, I'm just gonna go to sleep. And I mean, granted, it was pretty traumatic for her. She wants to run a little bit. I'll run a little bit. Don't really have the right shoes on, but we'll run a little bit. Yeah. So this is going to be a very short stream because can't do too much with her since she isn't getting as much food. Guaranteed she's not getting as much food. Now, like last night, I fed her when we got back. Well, as soon as I could when we got back. One, because she had to take a couple pills. And two, really, because she threw up all her meal that she ate earlier in the day. It would have been her first meal of the day, and I had to cook the chicken and everything and rice, and then let it cool. So I did that as fast as I could, and then she like immediately went to sleep. And then because she hadn't peed since we got back at like 8:30 at night or whatever, and she had that huge balloon of water around her underneath her skin, like she looked like her skin looked like an old school like water bed, you know, you touch it, it was like blah, blah, blah. Oh, it was weird. And it's finally, she has just a little tiniest amount still, it looks like, on her. But it's supposed to be gone here. Like, it's about 24 hours is what they said. It would disappear. But she, so I, was thinking she was really gonna have to pee a lot. So I woke her up at 2:30 in the morning to go outside, and she didn't really want to go outside. She did pee. And then this morning when I got up, she didn't really want to get up until you coming? I don't remember. Did I actually take her out right away? I don't think I did. I don't think she went out until we went to go for our run. And then she peed a bit there and then pooped, but hi. Whew. But it must all be hitting her now, being that she actually came while yes. Yes, you did. I did not get a notification you were live. I don't need to stop there. Like what? We're not stopping at the bathroom? Yeah, I don't need to stop there. It is cold and windy. Like temperature wise, it's 41 out. But because of these clouds are not friendly clouds necessarily. They're very wintry looking, really. That wind is cold. I usually do. Why are you deviating? I've only done it like a few times out of all the times. We did it the very first time I brought her out here, so she just thinks that that's what we always do. Supposedly there's one car parked at the parking lot, so there should be one other person out here. I do not see them. Like, we have this whole place to ourselves. Of course, they could have been down over there too. I do not see them anywhere. Well, my sunglasses are kind of scuffed, so it's hard to like make out the details really in some portions of my vision. One of those portions being, let's see, which eye is it? My right eye directly in the center of my vision, and then my right eye, or my left eye, I mean. Yeah, so it's right eye, center of my vision, and then the left eye is kind of upper right hand corner of my vision is all scuffed and kind of blurry because the lens is all scuffed. Maybe they're in the bathroom, maybe they are. They could have been. So like the only way I can really see through my sunglasses are perfectly clear is if I kind of look to the lower left of my sunglasses. I look like some old guy trying to read through his bifocals or something. Like, I can see good enough to, do normal things. It's just a tiny little person detail I would be hard to see. How far are you going to want to go? Do you want to just take our trail back this way? Because I don't think she can go very far. I don't know, she seems energetic, so I guess we'll push it. I guess if I wear her out, I'd probably be able to play on the computer with one of my friends. Are you peeing again? Wow, that IV she got is finally hitting her, because she is just peeing. That's her third time in the last 20 minutes of peeing. One of them being right in front of the elevator, like a bad girl. It's very bad behavior, and she knew it. She's chasing a bird. There's my bird dog, chasing a bird. That's her first time actually chasing a bird. I've never seen her chase a bird before. I wonder what that bird did to piss her off. Because that's the kind of... She was looking at it like, you MFer, you get back here. Made fun of her mom or something, I don't know. Fun part about being out here is she's supposed to eat a very bland diet for the next few days. And it's like, you do realize I have a not quite 4-month-old puppy, right? That wants to eat everything and chew on everything, including sticks and clods of dirt and tall grass. Weirdo. Yeah, we're watching you. She likes to open up her mouth and just let the tall grass like go through her teeth or something. I don't know. She's weird. Just a weirdo. We're just going to do a smaller loop today. We're actually doing more than what I suspected we were going to do, but she still seems to be pretty energetic and having fun, so. All right, come on. I don't know what she's going to. A little sus though. Oh, here she comes. There she is. You weirdo. Okay, we're almost to our turn up here. So we'll head back. Does it look like? I can't tell. Actually, it looks like that other vehicle might have left. So maybe they were over in that creekside area that we didn't go to. Oh no, I think it is still there. I think it's still there. There is definitely nobody out here in the back 40 though that I can see. Although it's hard to tell with the sun shining directly into my face. Although it's half behind the cloud now. Well, let's go up here a little bit faster. We'll run for a little bit, just so we can turn and not have the wind coming straight into our faces, because it's going right up underneath the sides of my hat and it's very cold, making my ears hurt. Because I have a tiny melon, so my beanie doesn't fit so tight. Seems to be okay with running for a little bit. She's doing better than me, because I have so when was it, Friday, when I did a big grocery haul, because things were on sale and all that. One of the things that was on sale was Easter candy, and I've been doing a really good job only having a piece here or a piece there, you know. Not so much today though. And I know a lot of that is because the stress of having to rush her to the emergency room and all that. Hey, you guys have no idea. After the run yesterday, we went home, ate our lunches, well, her breakfast, my lunch, and then we went outside and I started taking the van apart, and I got to a point where I needed to come back in and get some stuff out of the apartment that I forgot to take out with me, one of them being the instructions, even though I pretty much remembered the order of everything how they said to do it. It actually doesn't matter what order you do it in for a lot of it. But I was, so I got to step 5 is essentially where I got to. And we went back in, and I took a little bit of a break, drank of water, and she wanted to play for a little bit. And then we went back outside, and I tore all the way down to a point that I could. And then I couldn't get past the lower ball joint on the steering knuckle. Because I needed a torch, so I was like, okay. So I started putting things away, and I was just gonna go upstairs and change, and then leave her in the apartment, and then run. I had to change into running clothes, and I was gonna run to the parts store or hardware store, whatever was open at that time. Would have been the parts store, would have been the closest. Get a torch so I could heat it up and see if I could use it that way, or use that to do it. And as I was cleaning things up, because the whole time she was just playing with the leash outside with me, like chewing on a block of wood, all that. And I look over at her, and she was just really wobbly, kind of like staggering about, like leaning, and then like catching her, like almost falling over and then catching herself. And then the thing that really did it was her head. Like, it was like she couldn't keep her head up. It was like really, like it looked like a bobblehead doll, kind of like moving around. Like, the best analogy I had was like, because my dad had Parkinson's disease, and like their tremors that they would get, that's what it looked like. So I was like freaking out. And so I like threw everything in the van, took her upstairs, and she immediately like just jumped up on the bed, went to bed, like went to sleep, and she was out. And so I was like, then on the Google machine, researching, doing whatever, and the best I could come up with is that she was drunk. And I do know she likes to eat the freaking crab apples right outside of our apartment, which fermenting over winter can have a pretty high alcohol content. But she's been doing that for like the last 3 weeks, so it hasn't affected her yet, you know, too much. I mean, I could tell a couple nights, it was almost like she was psycho, like, you know, like she had changed a little bit. And I just attributed that was probably from eating a freaking apple and getting a little bit drunk. But this was bad. And so then looking at the Google machine, I got really worried that she could have alcohol poisoning or something. Well, then she like sat up, and she could barely sit up at that time. And she just puked everything all up. And as I was cleaning that up, I did notice that there was some red chunks in there, like she had eaten some apples. And so now I'm really freaking out. Didn't know what to do. So I had to pick her up and carry her. She couldn't walk. Carried her all the way to the van, put her in the van, and she immediately just passed out in the front seat. And put my van together. It took me almost 4 hours to tear that van apart to the point I did. And it took me 20 minutes to get that thing put back together. And I immediately called the emergency vet down in Bozeman, because that's the closest emergency vet, and see if I could get her in. And drove an hour and a half, hoping that my front end, because I only torqued down the two most important things, the ball joint and the wheel nut. and hoping that it wasn't going to fall apart. Somebody else is out here now. I don't think that's the same person though. Or the same, it would be the same people the vehicle was. No, there's no way. There's no way. So that was my adventure yesterday. And then we were at the emergency room for 2.5 hours probably. Peeing again. Holy cow. And that was, it's not like she's just like where she used to just pee and then she'd do a second pee that would barely be a tiny little dribble. These are like, she's actually peeing. Goodness gracious you. This is going to end up being like almost 2 miles after it's all said and done. Yeah, those people are not. There must be someone else that showed up, maybe? No, it's hard to tell from the parking lot here because there's houses on the other side of the parking lot that have vehicles parked in it, so you can't really tell what's in the parking lot and what's not. Other than over on the side where I'm parked, you can easily tell. The other side is hard to tell. It actually does not look like... Oh no, that other... The vehicle that was here when we first got here is still here. I can barely make it out. Not that that matters or anything, but I can. Run some more, so I guess we're running. Yeah, some doggo pooped right there. Oh, now we're slowing down again. Oh, nope, she just went right by me. I think she knows we're on the home stretch now. On the way back, got about a quarter mile maybe to get back. I might fool her though and go to the right here instead, because then she'll be closer to the van. She like, when I park on this end of the parking lot, for whatever reason, she still goes to the other entrance to the closest vehicle, which doesn't even look like ours. And then when I continue on to go to the van, she's looking at me like, where the fuck are you going? It's like, I'm going to our vehicle, dumbass. How would she go to the one that even looks like ours? It's not even the right color to be, you know, in front of some blue vehicle or green or something. Like, ours is big and white, and it'll be like in a little sedan. It's like, we have a big white van. Don't know what you're doing going. That's not our vehicle. For being a smart breed, sometimes she amazes me how stupid she is. I think in her brain, she doesn't put it together that we have a very specific vehicle. I think she just thinks we just go to a vehicle. Yeah. Even though we go to the same one every time, I think in her brain she's like, no, we're just going to a vehicle. Actually supposed to get any more like precipitation for a few days. So it's kind of crazy that there's still, this stuff looks like it could spit rain at any time. But some of it doesn't, but I guess they're not tall enough, they're just gray. I don't know, over here actually looks like it is precipitating. Yeah, we're going that way. It's like, oh, okay. Okay. I caught that on camera, but it's like all of a sudden she's just like, I'm coming at you. And then she like jumped up. It's like, what was that about? Yeah, she knows we're going back to the van now, so she's like full sprint mode. Oh, she found a stick. Nice stick. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna beat you. Not really, because I ate too much candy. Oh, they had these. So I'm a big fan of, I love marshmallow. I can just sit down with a bag of marshmallows and go to town. And so because of that, I'm one of the few people, it seems, that love Peeps. Now, Peeps were definitely not on sale this year. So I did not buy any. And I mean, I would thoroughly question that. Whatever, you know, blue or yellow or whatever. She's peeing again. That was a full-on pee. She's still like dripping. And she's, oh no way. What the heck? You know, I think that's the guy. Probably the vehicle. There's somebody up here now with the puppers. So that's probably the person with this vehicle. So then we're over on Creekside. You can't go much further than that because you're not allowed to be at the Spring Meadow this time of year. But anyways, all right, come on. You want to get warm? I know you do. Yep, I know you do. There you go. There you go. Anyways, you know what they use for the food coloring or whatever to give your different colors of Peeps can be it's probably questionable. Oh, it's a Roddy. I love Roddies. There was one that Nessa used to love to play with named Lily over in DC. That was her playmate. And they played well together. They loved each other. Oh, I gotta take my vest off. Sheesh. Okay, I gotta go back over to the other side to take my vest off. I always forget to take my right vest off, so I'm like, okay, let's go. But anyways, I did not get Peeps, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I ended up, they had these on sale, these chocolate coated marshmallow little eggs or something like that. And I love like chocolate covered marshmallow, like chocolate marshmallow. Oof, yummy. And so I bought a bunch of those because they were on sale, and I have been eating way too many of those. As well as they had their Okay. Their movie theater candy on sale, like the boxes of like Dots and Charleston Chews and all that kind of stuff. And so I bought some of those. I ate a whole box of Dots today. But okay. Where's the key? Did I leave the key back there? Gosh dang it. I did. Yep, I did. Oh no, it's right there. Okay, good. I'm like, I didn't think I did, but... Okay, everybody. Well, that's going to be it for today. And I might be live tomorrow because we still need to go and get a torch. And then if she does okay today, I'm going to, sun's shining on us, tear the van apart tomorrow. So, oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you. And I can at least get to where I got to the other day pretty easy, pretty quick actually. So, anyway, that's gonna be it. Thanks everybody for joining today. For those of you on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. For those of you on Twitch, please smash that follow button if you haven't already. Follow me on my socials and go to chadrunner.com, and I will see you guys next time. Bye everyone. Love y'all.